Today, let's talk about something we all love, right? That cozy feeling of home. But what if I told you it could be the very thing holding you back? Yeah, I'm talking about the comfort zone.
I mean, it's called the comfort zone for a reason. It feels good. It's that cozy, warm feeling when you know exactly what's around the corner. No surprises.
And let's be real, in this crazy world, feeling safe is a pretty big deal. It's totally natural. Our brains are literally hardwired to look for what's secure and protected.
Everything is predictable. You know the routine, you know the outcome. It's peaceful.
Okay, but here's the twist. What if that safest place is also the most dangerous one? What if the thing we want so badly, that predictability, is actually killing our potential? Think about it. What if the real danger isn't failing, but just being way too comfortable?
And this leads us right into something I like to call the stagnation trap. And fair warning, this story, it might hit a little close to home for some of you.
So picture this. You wake up at the same time, drive the same route to the same job, eat the same sandwich for lunch, binge the same kind of shows at night, and then you do it all over again. Look, nothing's terrible, right? The job pays the bills, the lunch is fine, but there's no spark, no excitement. It's just same old, same old. And here's the really scary part. See how that repetition just stacks up? After a year, okay, not much has changed. But then 5 years go by, still the same. And then you blink, and it's been a whole decade, 10 years, and your life is exactly the same. No new skills, no amazing stories to tell, zero growth. That comfort zone, it's slowly turned into a really comfortable cage.
So why do we let this happen? If we know it leads to nowhere, why do we stay stuck? Well, it's not because we're lazy. The real reason is something way more powerful, way more primal. It all comes down to fear.
And this is so important to get. A lot of the time, we're not staying comfortable because we're happy. We're staying comfortable because we're terrified. You know that friend, or maybe it's you, who's always wanted to start a YouTube channel? They say things like, oh, I'll do it when I get a better camera, or I just need to feel more confident. But what's really going on? It's the fear of failure, the fear of looking dumb, the fear of just starting something new. That comfort zone is a master of giving you great-sounding excuses.
So look, here's the deal, plain and simple. This is the trade-off we're making every single day, whether we realize it or not. We're trading challenge for safety. We're trading growth for predictability. We're trading new skills for, well, stagnation. The real question is that a deal you want to be making for the rest of your life?
All right, enough doom and gloom. Let's flip the script and talk about how to break free. And honestly, there's no better way to get inspired than by looking at a real-life story of someone who absolutely demolished their comfort zone.
So let me tell you about Sarah Blakely. You probably know her as the billionaire founder of Spanx. But before all that, her life was the textbook definition of a comfortable rut. She sold fax machines door to door. I mean, can you imagine? It wasn't her dream, not by a long shot. But hey, it was a steady paycheck, it was safe. But then she had this idea. And instead of just letting it be a daydream, she did something terrifying. She took a huge leap of faith and invested every penny she had, her entire life savings of $5,000 to chase it. Now that is what stepping out of your comfort zone looks like.
And believe me, it was not an easy ride. She heard no constantly. Manufacturers told her it was a crazy idea. Buyers just weren't interested. It was rejection after rejection. The easy thing would have been to just go back to selling fax machines, right? Back to safety. But she didn't. She kept pushing through all that discomfort. And that grit, that refusal to stay comfortable, is what turned her $5,000 into a billion-dollar empire.
Now, Sarah's story is amazing for sure. But here's the good news. You don't have to risk your life savings to break free. It all starts with really small, totally manageable steps. So let's actually build a little action plan you can use.
Because here's the thing about growth. It needs a few key ingredients that you will literally never, ever find inside your comfort zone. You need challenges that force you to get better. You need to make mistakes. That's how you learn. And you need new experiences, because that's where real, genuine confidence comes from.
So what does that actually look like for you today? It's way simpler than you think. Just pick one of these. Seriously, just one. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Maybe tomorrow you speak up in one meeting when you would have stayed silent. Or maybe you finally sign up for that online course you've been eyeing. Heck, just talk to someone new in the coffee line. Or, post that first video. Each tiny step proves to your brain that being a little uncomfortable won't kill you. In fact, it's the only way you grow.
Which brings us to our final thought. And really, this is the most important takeaway from all of this. At the end of the day, it's all about a choice you have to make.
You've probably heard this quote before, and there's a good reason it's so popular. It just nails it, doesn't it? Everything you want, that dream life, the person you know you can be, it's all waiting for you right on the other side of that fear. It's just past the border of that safe little world you've drawn for yourself.
Here's a great way to think about it. Your comfort zone? It's like a perfectly manicured, beautiful little garden. It's safe, it's pretty, it's predictable. But nothing new ever grows there. Real, exciting, surprising growth? That only happens in the wild, untamed forest right outside the garden walls.
So, I'm going to leave you with a question. It's a simple one, but it changes everything. Take a hard look at your life, at your dreams, at what you really want, and then ask yourself, are you going to stay comfortable or are you going to choose to grow? It's your call.